What's up, carnivores? Today we're making a fun video. I've seen a couple things on Instagram where people are just grilling ribs over hot coals, and apparently they're turning out pretty good. So we're just gonna take a stab at it and see how it does. You know, I just got a little extra time on my hands, and apparently this process does not take too long. All you really need is a hot grill, slab of ribs, a meat thermometer, and seasoning of your choice. If you want a sauce, have some sauce ready. Today we're just gonna be doing dry rubs, see how that turns out. You know, I'm thinking all the sugars in the sweeter rubs and the sauces will burn, so I'm not gonna be doing that, but I am gonna be dry rubbing them and cooking them. So let's go ahead, get the process started. That's a pretty easy setup. We're just letting our coals get nice and red hot while our seasoning sweats onto the meat, and then just going to be going on there. I'm going to be doing a just keep flipping method, so it's just going to be put it on there till it looks like it's catching up a good bit, flip it over, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it until we get around 190 to 200 degrees in the ribs, depending on what finish temperature you're aiming for. I'm probably going to be aiming for closer to 200, since this is going to get there pretty quick. And so the higher the temp gets as it starts to come down, you'll still get more fat rendering as they cool, as opposed to a lower finish temp, less fat rendering. So I'm thinking higher temp, getting there faster, you're going to get more fat rendering if you go a little hotter. So it won't be there for very long. It will not be dry for sure, but we'll just see how it goes, man. Let these coals come around, rock and roll. So aside from putting them over the fire, all I'm really going to do is just slap some of these sweet apple smoking chips onto my charcoals, just to add a little smoke flavor onto this grill cook. Hopefully everything turns out great. I'm really excited to see how this goes. For those of you who were wondering, I said no, I'm not using sweet stuff. This is Lane's Island Dust, and it doesn't have any processed sugars in it. It does have some granulized honey in it for sweetness, but not very much. As far as the carbohydrates goes, it's only got 1 gram and 0 sugars. So it is a little sweet, which is going to be good on this pork, but it's got less likely of a chance to burn. So if you're wondering why I use this, that's why I use this. We're about ready. Let's go ahead, get these babies onto the grill. So I feel like this is going to be a lot of flipping. You know, got a lot of fire, a lot of fat. So we're just going to have to keep a close eye on it. And hopefully we don't get too much char on these ribs, but I think the char is going to be not too bad. If it does want to get too hot on us, we'll just shut it down. That's one thing about these PK grills, is you can dial down the heat really quickly. Well, they smell good. That looks good right there, baby. Nice and hot. So just for a reference point, we're already sitting around 80, 85 degrees, 90 degrees. These apple pellets are putting off a lot of smoke. Ooh, mama. If we can keep it from burning too much, it's gonna be really good. Closing it back down. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. These things are smelling amazing. Texture is gonna be the most important thing. We're getting some wood smoke, getting that applewood flavor on them. We got plenty of seasoning on them. And you got the pork. It's going to come down to texture in my book. Everything's coming along really nicely though. 130. Since more of your seasoning is going to burn off in this kind of cook, I think I'm going to hit it up once or twice more just to make sure we got plenty of flavor on the finished product. Well, we got our heat on our coals pretty well controlled. Color's coming along really nice. Lots of smoke. Add that second pop of flavor on there, a little extra of the seasoning. The fat that's rendering out of these ribs should bind that pretty well. Alright, so we've got the heat under control inside the pit. What we're going to do is we're just going to close it down and let them go for a while. We're starting to have some pretty good temps. We're up over 140-ish, 160, 140, 170. So the thinner ends are cooking a little faster, but we're going to shut it down, see if we can even out the cook. We're just going to let this go for about 10 minutes. So while this is going for that 10-minute period, I just want to comment, I think maybe even the island dust had a little bit too much sweet in it. You know, like I said, I cut out all the processed sugars hoping that we wouldn't get a whole lot of char with these sugars burning, but I think that's got a little bit too much of that granulized honey. So you may just want to go salt, pepper, garlic, maybe some Cajun seasoning, and then sauce after you cook them, or do a quick sauce set at the end. But right now, my top side, my money shot, still looking pretty good. And we're going to give it about 10 minutes at a low, slow cook. And that should get our temperatures closer to 175, 180, somewhere in there, possibly 200 after 10 minutes. And it won't be long. We'll be ready to pull these things and just see how that texture is. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see y'all here in just a minute. Okay, so we're at the 30-minute mark. Let's check these things out. Looking pretty killer. 186, 188, 189, 190. So we're almost there. Almost there. See how burnt my bottom side is now. This should be softening up a little bit with all this fat cooking out. It's going to soften that up. It'll have a little bit of a char taste to it, but it won't be bad. Nothing a little barbecue sauce won't fix if that's your thing. Close it back down for another few minutes. Come back and check it. Okay, so only in the thickest portion of this rack am I still getting readings around 190. Everything else is really close to 200 or a little bit above. The highest reading I got just now was about 203. I'm okay with these shooting up to 208, 210. They're not going to be there very long. So we're going to give this maybe 4, 5 more minutes in the heat, and then we're going to pull them. All right, I've just about had enough. We're at around 200 degrees. Let's get them off the grill. Okay, so got a decent little bend. You know, it's not perfect, but for 45 minutes, not bad. Now all it's got to do is taste pretty good. Nice cook. Let them come down to lower temp. Let them rest for just a little while, then we'll check it out. Well, that's it. Maybe an hour long between the cook and the rest. We got a decent little amount of pullback here on the bones, considering, we didn't have a lot of time for the meat to draw up and, the fat to render quite as much. Smells really good. Like I said, sauce after the cook is probably going to be a good idea. I'm not saucing today because I just want to see what the flavor of these things is straight up with no sort of change. Ugly cut. That one turned out a little bit better right there. They're cutting good. As far as the tug on the meat, not really bad at all. Sliding right in and out. Obviously we've got a juicy rib with an excellent crust on it. Man, I hate how boogered that cut up though. We don't have a smoke ring much, but we didn't smoke them, we grilled them. Okay, so I got my thumbnails, maybe, and we've got a good rest. It's time to finally get to try these things. I got a good bit of char on the bottom side, but that's because I didn't do any trimming on the fat. You saw, I just scored it. I could have reduced the burn if I would have cut the fat off, but I'm not really anti-char myself. A little bit kind of tastes good with a savory bite. Let's get it. Wow. That's so surprising. Crunch. Can you hear this crunch? Golly. That's really good. 2 or 3 cooks from now, I can't imagine how good I can make these with a little practice. This is my first run. I know next time I need to dial down my coals a little bit more at the beginning of the cook. I mean, it's pulling off the bone. God. Crunchy. Juicy. Oh. You get this impression in your head that ribs are going to be like a big piece of bony, overcooked jerky if you don't slow smoke them. This is really good. Easy bite. And this is at the thickest portion of the slab. This is the part that, didn't get up as high as the rest of it. I'll try one of these that are further down the slab. See how it did. So far, so good, baby. Like I said, if I would have dialed my coals down just a little bit at the beginning of the cook and maybe trimmed a little fat off, which is something I'll do next time. Same thing. I mean, you set a sauce on these, add that little extra kick of sweet. Those are awesome. They're really good. Grilled ribs. 45-minute cook. You got to set some time. But if you're watching this video, that means you like to cook stuff outside. And so, if you're like me, being outside, watching a grill and smelling smoke and hanging out, it's no burden. And then you get to eat killer food at the end. This is surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. I love that crunch. Let me know if you have any questions about this cook. It's pretty straightforward, but if you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you about it. Let me know if you have experience grilling ribs. Let me know what's your favorite seasoning to put on grilled ribs where you don't get as much burn. Y'all come over to American Smoked Carnivores on Facebook. I'm in there every day. Make sure, smoke that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way, you know when I put out new content. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Thanks for watching. Smoke on, and I'll see you in the next video.